When I had smoked marijuana for about 10 years, then I tried to quit. But that was really hard, and I tried so many times, but I just couldn't do it. I just kept relapsing over and over. And I remember still how pathetic I felt when I had told everyone that, yes, I have finally managed to quit. And then right after, I would relapse and everyone would see me with a joint again. It was just so damn humiliating. It was so frustrating to try to quit. Today, though, I haven't smoked a joint for about 8 years. And to me, the turning point came when I understood how I could get myself really committed. And this is how I did it. Welcome back to Quit Smoking Pot. I'm Ola, and this is the show that helps you with beating your marijuana addiction. Okay, right before I quit smoking marijuana, I noticed something very interesting. You see, I watched other people who were able to quit successfully, and I saw one thing they all had in common. They all had big problems, big marijuana-related problems, right before they decided to quit. And I remember a few guys, they quit because they had anxiety. There were another guy and he quit because his girlfriend was threatening to leave him because he was stoned all the time. They all had problems. Everyone, every single guy had some big problem. And of course, I didn't envy them these problems. I didn't want to have problems, but I could also see that the problem they had was also what pushed them to quit. And this part I envied because they got so committed. And I started asking myself, how should I get myself committed? I mean, marijuana didn't give me any huge and critical problem, but it did give me some problems. And I decided to make myself more aware of these. I wanted to start focusing on what price I was paying for smoking weed. And I remember one problem I had, for instance. I couldn't find anything to say to people. When I met people, I felt empty. I couldn't say anything. And it wasn't always like that. And I was sure that marijuana slowly made me into this person. And another thing was that from time to time I had panic attacks. I wouldn't say they were really, really bad, but it was bad. It didn't happen that often, but it happened more and more. And I'm sure marijuana was to blame. And when I started thinking about all these things, I started to get a clear picture of what my future was going to be like. I was going to be a boring guy, a guy who had nothing to say, a drug addict, full of anxiety. That was absolutely the truth. This was my future if I kept on smoking marijuana. And I felt I had to do something. I felt that responsible guy in me was waking up and shaking his head when he saw what a mess I had made. And he was just saying to me, you got to do something with your life. And that was the turning point where I felt that I really have no choice. And I pushed through my recovery. And ever since, I never looked back and never had a joint. You know, I'm sure when people hear this or when people saw me quitting like that, and they thought that I had maybe crazy willpower. But I didn't. I didn't have willpower at all. I just changed how I felt about things. And then I just did what I always do. You know, I follow my feelings. That's the easiest thing to do. So, yeah, that was really the turning point. And that's how I got myself committed and finally quit smoking marijuana. So next time we will look at how we can get ourselves really motivated when we want to quit smoking marijuana. So subscribe and also give me a thumbs up if you like this. That would make me happy. I wanted to leave you with a question, and that would be, what is that one thing that could make you quit smoking marijuana and get you really committed? You know, feel free to share in the comment below. It might inspire others. Till next time, bye-bye.